welcome back to Jeanelleats, where you learn how to make Filipino food with easily accessible ingredients. Welcome back, Chef Kryssie Tinsay of Kitchen 1726. And what are you going to be making for us today?
We are actually making ubi butter today, and we are making butter from scratch. Like, we are not buying store-bought butter.
Ooh, you are in for a treat. Friends, this is episode 2 of our 3-part series with Chef Kryssie. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you can get alerted of next week's video. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Let's get started. Some people may or may not know this, but if you over whip heavy cream, it will actually turn into butter. We start by pouring in 2 cups of either manufacturing cream or heavy whipping cream. You can't use half and half. You can't use milk. You will only get 1 cup of butter. So basically you're losing half the volume because half the volume is water. When I do the mixer, I start really slow because you don't want to splatter all over the place and lose half of your mixture. So you just start slow and then you work your way up to the highest speed and then whip it until the milk solids and the butter fat is going to separate. So as you can see, it's starting to get crumbly and it's starting to separate. So that'll take about 10 to 15 minutes. It will look like you made a mistake, but you didn't. You're on the right track. And it's messy. So a good tip to do is take a plastic wrap and cover your mixer. It's gonna splatter on the top, but at least it's gonna prevent it from splattering all over your kitchen and in the ceiling and on your clothes. So that substance right there, that's your buttermilk. That's actually where buttermilk comes from. And you can actually use that to make, buttermilk pancakes or brine your fried chicken with buttermilk. Now that the butter has separated and the buttermilk we've already taken out, what you want to do is rinse it with ice cold water just to remove any excess moisture. When there's too much liquid in the butter, it's gonna go rancid really fast, like it's gonna go bad in 3 days. So you'd want to remove all of the liquid as much as possible and just keep the fat. Rinse it until your water turns clear. After you've saved the buttermilk, you'd want to discard the rest of the liquid that was released from there. Depending on how much butter you have, it can take probably 3 or 4 tries. In our case, it took about 4 times. And there's your butter. And that's going to keep in the refrigerator for about 3 weeks. So we had a boo-boo on this one. As you can see, it's melted butter. I wanted to just soften the butter. So what I'm doing here to fix it, took some cold butter from the refrigerator and I'm just blending it. I was able to bring it back up into an emulsified state. If you didn't make a boo-boo like I did and the butter was softened, you're gonna add 1 cup of ube halaya. It's equal parts, so however much butter you have is however much halaya you're gonna do. And then you're gonna add a pinch of salt, so roughly around a 1/4 teaspoon. And then ube extract to give it a nice color. That was probably around a teaspoon. You just kept whipping it and that's it. That's your butter right there. Really, anybody can make it. And I mean, if you don't have a mixer, you can totally just do it by hand. You don't need to whip it. You just need a rubber spatula. It goes really well with ube pandesal. It also goes well with waffles and pancakes. But yeah, so that's the ube butter. It's actually really easy to make. After you make the ube butter, it will actually last you for a good 3 weeks in the refrigerator and even longer in the freezer. If you put it in, it freezes really well. So it'll probably last you like indefinitely in the freezer. But really, like, you're not gonna want to keep it in the freezer because you're gonna want to eat it like every day.
In fact, I'm gonna go home and make myself a whole tub to last the rest of the year.
Yes, it's probably not going to.
Yeah, guys, Chef Kryssie also does catering for the OC and LA area. Chef, how can we find you?
You can check out my website, eat at kitchen1726.com. I will drive to your location and cook for you, and you can also find all the list of all my goodies.
Oh my gosh, Chef, thank you so much for blessing us with incredible ube butter.
So good.
Yes, it's amazing. And friends, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because next week, Chef Kryssie is gonna show us how to make ube ice cream.
Yes, with liquid nitrogen.
Liquid nitrogen!
It's gonna be a showstopper, and it's again gonna be so good.
Yes, so don't forget to subscribe, okay? So we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.